All right, let's jump right in. How in the world do you break into a world that's, built on centuries of tradition? A world that's basically closed to outsiders? Well, today we're going to look at this really fascinating case study. It's about a company called Jeweler Collective and their mission to partner with some of the most exclusive, legacy-driven artisans on the entire planet.
Everything really starts with this one simple but incredibly powerful idea. For the people we're about to meet, this isn't just some catchy business motto. No, it's the foundation of their entire world. And it's the single biggest wall you have to climb.
So let's meet our main player, Jeweler Collective. They're doing okay, but they're at a crossroads. To get to that next level, they have to grow. And that means they have to convince the absolute best of the best in the business to come on board.
So their goal? It's crystal clear. They need to team up with these elite heritage jewelers. We're talking about artisans whose names basically mean quality and tradition. This is the absolute highest tier of craftsmanship. The stakes? They couldn't be higher.
And here's where it gets really tricky. This is the core problem. You can't just fire off a cold email or make some standard sales call. These artisans, they're a closed circle. They are totally immune to the usual business playbook, and that makes Jeweler Collective's mission a really interesting puzzle to solve. So to crack this code, we first have to get inside their heads. This isn't just about business strategy, it's about really understanding the artisan mindset. Who are these guardians of legacy, and why are they so fiercely protective of their world? Okay, this slide just lays it all out. It shows how completely different these two worlds are. I mean, look at their values. Heritage jewelers are all about legacy and tradition, meanwhile commercial brands, growth and expansion. Their business models are total opposites. Low volume, high margin for the artisans versus mass market, high volume. And their focus? One is all about exclusivity, the other is about aggressive marketing. It all comes down to that final, crucial point about partnerships. One is selective and based on trust, the other is just transactional. You see, you can't speak the language of one to the other. They're basically operating in two different universes.
And this is exactly why. For these artisans, their work isn't just a company. It's a family history. It's a promise of quality that's been passed down for generations. So they're not just protecting a brand, they're literally safeguarding a legacy.
These four beliefs right here, they shape every single decision these people make. Their reputation is everything. It's priceless. Their time is incredibly limited because it's spent on their actual craft. Exclusivity isn't just some marketing gimmick. It's the very thing that gives their work its value. And all of that brings us back to the most important rule of all. Trust is the only currency they'll ever accept.
So we get the challenge now, right? It's a huge wall to climb. So let's pivot to the solution. How did Jeweler Collective find the keys to this heavily guarded kingdom? How did they finally crack the code? I mean, this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? When you know for a fact that a traditional pitch is just going to fail, how do you create an offer that's so compelling, so perfectly aligned with their values that they just can't ignore it? And here it is. This is the big aha moment. Jeweler Collective realized the answer wasn't a better sales pitch. No, it was a completely different approach. It was one based on a deep, genuine understanding of their partner's worldview. It's all about alignment, not persuasion. This slide really breaks down their winning strategy into four key parts. First, peer validation. They showed they were already trusted by the artisan's equals, which is a huge signal. Second, tangible value. They didn't just talk. They offered real proof that lined up with what the artisans actually needed. Third, true exclusivity. They framed the whole thing as a special invitation, making the partner feel chosen, not targeted. And finally, and this is so important, they honored the legacy, proving they were there to celebrate tradition, not to disrupt it. So what they did was completely redefine what a value proposition even means in this world. It's got nothing to do with features or price. It's an offer that connects on a much deeper level, one that feels authentic and really acknowledges the partner's entire world, not just their bottom line. And this is where we zoom out to the big idea. Because yeah, this story is about jewelers, but the lesson here is universal. This is about so much more than just sales. It's about the power of what you might call strategic empathy, and that applies to any field. So here's the bottom line, the crucial point. True, lasting partnerships, the ones that really work, are built when you move beyond just a surface-level deal. Real success comes from truly understanding and aligning with what your partner values most deeply. So, let's quickly recap what we've learned. Empathy isn't just a soft skill, it's a powerful strategic advantage. Trust can never, ever be demanded. It has to be earned,
patiently. Creating a feeling of true exclusivity is way more powerful than just a mass market pitch. And finally, by respecting and really understanding the past, you can build a pretty incredible future together.
So, I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Whether it's a potential client, a mentor you look up to, or a new collaborator, who are the guardians of legacy in your world? And, based on what we've talked about today, what's your art of the approach going to be?